Tuesday. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jacoby Brissett and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
EA Sports coverage of the national... Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. There he goes, right side. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Kenyon Drake, his third touchdown now on the... They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of... They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in?
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And he's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They go play action now. Lawrence, he's going to go up top again. And this is caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd and short, Drake. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jamar Chase. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. A 1st down throw for Brissett. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Play action now. Brissett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Fielded just inside the 20. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your...
That's caught inside the 20. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be.
First down, Brissett. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Brissett. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Here's Lawrence. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Play action. It's Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jamar Chase on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars continue to pull away here in this first half.
Okay.
Brissett to throw on 1st. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and a yard. the play fake. Here's Brissett. This goes out wide for Drake. A nice little juke. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
On 3rd down, Drake. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville offense ready to go back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice shot there of keeping the toes inbounds. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. After the sack on first down, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they second half starts with a run by Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second and 6. Etienne once more. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. Now Lawrence to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. On play action, Lawrence being chased out left. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal. They'll start on the ground. ETN. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Handoff running left is ETN. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a give to ETN. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. On first and 10, it's ETN. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On second down, a run with ETN. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Going for it, here's Etienne. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jaguars are looking to make it.
Down, 8, read. 27. Push him back. Push him back.
Now Etienne to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're...
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Jacksonville, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.